Hey everyone, Stuart here from the Wool Patch. So you've bought your Christmas bow, now you need to put it up on your door. So here's how. So in your kit you have 3 big pieces of fabric. One of them is your bow. You then have a really long piece of fabric, which is your Uppy Downy. And then you have a shorter piece of fabric, which is your Lefty Righty. Get your Uppy Downy first. Go around the top and the bottom of your door. Don't worry about how your net looks. I've literally just scrunched it up. But don't worry, because once you pull it through, it just goes into that gathered look anyway. Comes through, slide it underneath, and then pull it up and wiggle it so it's in the centre, and you should have an overlap. You see? There. An overlap of the top half and an overlap of the bottom half. And what I just do is I go around as if I'm tying a shoelace, like that. You see? So as if I'm tying a shoelace. But don't worry about having to tie a knot. In your kit you have cable ties. Matching colour too. So literally pull it tight. Don't worry about it going loose because you can pull it again. Cable tie and just pull tight. Just pull the cable tie tight. There. Done. See? You can see your uppy downy bit and then the flaps. Leave them because that adds to the texture. Okay. And you can see how it's just naturally ruffled. If you want to pull it out the top a bit, you can. But it just naturally goes into that pleated look. And then with your scissors, just cut that end off. And that's your uppy downy done. Now, photography and artists will use the rule of third. So you don't really want it in the middle of your door, down there with the bow on. Obviously you can do, it's completely up to you, but the rule of third would say in 1/3. So I'm going to move that up. There. So it would be there. The Lefty Righty is a little bit harder because of the gap near the hinge. Some doors have bigger gaps than others. Mine was a little gap, hard to get through, but you might have to open the door as wide as possible so you can thread it through and then have to catch it. So I've already done that. I've threaded it through and there it is. So I'm going to go to the other end. Ooh. And pull it round. And same thing again, keep your ends to the front because that adds the texture when you put your bow on the top. So there, can you see it? There. And when it's joined, you can see again, I've got my flappy bits below. So get your other cable tie ready and we'll just do the same again. Tie it like a shoelace. And here's your Lefty Righty, tied as a shoelace, and it goes round all of them. So, like that. To the front. And pull tight. Look. So you can let go, and then you can pull it tight again, pull it tight. Done. And as I say, let those floppy bits, the excess, hang over. We want that to hang over to give some texture to the bow. These are your excess bits. That was from the Uppy Downy and Lefty Righty joined together. And this is where you can see you don't have to worry about the netting. It naturally pleats up. And you could adjust the pleats if you want, make it longer, shrivel them up. So all that's left, your bow that came in your kit, It's already got the cable tie there ready, can you see? And that is going to go round the top section of the Uppy Downy bit, above all the knots, and it will just go, look. How good is that? So with that, just join it there if you want, if it's easier. Join it at the top. And then just zhuzh it down into position and tighten it. Ta-da! And there it is. Your bow now attached. Uppy Downy, Lefty Righty within what? 5-10 minutes. I'm just going to get the scissors and cut that tail off that third cable tie. There. And remember what I said about those tails when you did your Uppy Downy and your Lefty Righty, not to cut them? There they are. And you can zhuzh that however you want. And essentially that is it. Uppy Downy, Lefty Righty, and your bow. Attach your bow. If you wanted to, you could, where is it? You could embellish further with baubles. Have some baubles hanging. Ribbon. I've got some ribbon on organza. You could have it here so you could go up. Ready? There, and now that's got ribbon on. So the finished article on the inside, so the back is literally your Lefty Righty and your Uppy Downy. Some people leave it like that, but I just get a bit of ribbon, organza, go around and tie it same point behind the bow. There we are. Now that is done. Ta-da! And there's the front. Really, really easy. Good luck with putting yours up, and I think Long Melford is going to look stunning this Christmas if we've all got these red bows on the door. Happy Christmas everyone, and I can't wait to see your bow.